You beautiful gamers out there, Totem Lord here with another fabulous review, and here with kicking off the new year is, of course,
Day of the Lord.
he has a New Year's resolution to get off the knife a bit.
Oh, I do.
Just reminding him.
Drop it!
Oh yes, and as I said before, here's our first review of the 2019 sequel to 2018 because it was so spectacular, glorious. Here today we're going to surprise you all with a double whammy with a double Judgement, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, as well as...
Off screen.
Oh,
there we go.
gosh.
It's good. It's good.
I'm failing. As well as its prequel, not to be confused with Xenoblade Chronicles 1, but instead, Torna. Can you read that? My goggles are so dark.
Torna, the Golden Country.
Thank you. I lost my sunglasses, so these things are fogged up. They're dark. I can't see!
Where am I? Where am I? There's mermaids.
Is the camera going?
Welcome back to my channel. That's the light bulb.
You need to talk into the camera. Yeah!
Yeah.
Ah, yes. But here with the double Judgment to kick off the new year. Should be quite exciting. But before we do, we kind of wanted to go over a little bit of the brief history that we own. Although we do not own the original here with us, we do have Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Ooh.
Pretty, honestly, I really like the cover of this one here. I mean, it's not that we're reviewing anything, but
Yeah.
just, I mean, they're kind of doing a lot with so little here that I think I can see.
Well, the crazy thing is, too, is, like, if you know anything about the game, which I know little of, is that this game is, like... Well, what Xenoblade is known for is no matter where you are on the map, anything that you see you can get to and look from. Kind of like what they did with Breath of the Wild. So the fact that it is just showing this mech suit and just, like, some people underneath it, and that is very modest, because the geography and the places that, like, the vistas that are in this... Oh my gosh, I wish more games did it, because, yeah, this is being very modest, this picture.
Indeed. Before we start, I'd just like to give a quick shout out to Game Freaks for always selling me wonderful games, although they are not paying me to say this, but the service is great, and they always get me my order on time, and what else do they do?
They do many things. You should see what they can do with bunnies and hats. I mean, breathtaking. Breathtaking stuff.
Children's birthdays, eat your heart out.
Or the children's heart. I don't know. I'm confused.
That's a weekend thing.
Oh, right.
Alrighty, so let's get to crack-a-lackin', shall we?
Yes, so... we have the Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which... what are we doing? Are we just judging the things? Are we just judging covers and art?
Yes.
Yes?
Just the artwork, strictly.
I think it's really nice. It's... And I don't mean that in a mad, condescending way. It does look good. Like, I mean... It's very high def. I mean, it's not blurry, it's not simple, it's not like that. Like, you can see these amazing boughs of the tree. Over here, we can see... Let me get some light. No. No, thank you. I'm sorry. Trust me, there are boughs and there are leaves and it's gorgeous. Even this dragon doodle. Beautiful. Beautiful. You can see the pores. Gorgeous.
Would you just look at it?
Would you just look at it? But even, like, at the bottom, I know... I'm sorry. But it is gorgeous. The blades, individual. Everything is, like, to a minute detail. There are even feathers and scales on this dragon doodle that you just can't see, and I apologize for this. But basic tree, dragon, people, grass, and yet it is so amazing. So detailed. So detailed. So,
it does have great detail.
Yeah, it's good. Nothing is distracting from the other. It's... I think this is a 10. I think it's a 10.
We'll see about that.
I'm growing weak.
Drink your potion, you fool. Well, actually, I would probably have to agree. The detail is just amazing. And one thing I'd actually like to note that Shad didn't quite say is, although the top here and this and this beast right here are kind of the same color. They still have their own identity in the cover here. It is actually really cool. Usually whenever you see things of the same color, Monster Hunter,
Oh, that was all.
they blend together, and you really couldn't notice anything on the Monster Hunter cover. I don't know if we can catch this on the camera, but right here, probably not. My phone resolution sucks. But if you ever get a copy of the game, right here, there are birds flying, and you can even see them as well, which is a really nice touch. It's, you know.
It makes me curious, with all these massive things, huge plot storyline, what does that mean? It's got to be something. It's like the foreshadowing. It's the small thing that you don't notice that, like, tells the grand ending.
Very well could be.
Intriguing.
So yes, I would have to agree that it is a 10. In fact, I think we should cheers it. God damn it.
Oh! Oh!
Well, yours was smoother than mine.
Weep and cry.
My lord.
Tastes like victory.
John, want to lead us off on the back?
All right. So going off Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I'm a fan. Let me drink it in so I can gauge it properly. The pictures are small, don't get me wrong, but it's not like minute. You can't see what's going on. The text is a little small, but honestly, the text is big enough to read. So at the top we have, it looks like a character cast. Well done, art. Like I said, the text is small. They do have it a little bolder so that you can see what's going on, but once again, these pictures, there's a lot in there, and they are small, but you can see, and it's going up to, like, what is this? 2/3 of the whole case. This is good stuff. I mean, once again, I don't know why they bother here, if it's a legal matter or what, I don't know. But a majority of it is art here, and it is pictures, and it's beautiful, and I like it. So I would say an 8. I want to give it a 9, I do. But the fact that things are a little bit micro, I think 8. It's still good and high. It's not perfect. It's not almost perfect, but it is good. It's damn good. I appreciate it. So this, to me, gets an 8.
That's fair. Let's have a look-see. Well, yeah. The character bios are very nice. They kind of pop at you. They're not all blended together, and I would have to agree with the text. I think the only part that truly goes micro, in my opinion, is the other language, Babel, I don't know. And it kind of tells you just enough to really, get you interested. It's got the general, the general little tidbit about
the hook. Yeah.
It's got the hook about the story, draw you in. It's got tells you about the world and how the battle system works, and a little diagram here to show you.
I was curious about that.
Looks like how the battle works, maybe, or something to do with some kind of flow of the battle.
I believe it's important.
One would think. May I be so bold?
I'm going to be blunt with you.
The pictures are just about right. They're not too big. They're not dominating the entire back here.
No, yeah.
And you can tell what's going on in them. You don't have to, struggle to see, oh, okay.
It's appropriate. It's
Yeah.
very appropriate. Like, it's not safe like some people. Like, it's appropriate. I think it's good.
So, yeah. I was going to say 7, but I'd have to agree on a solid 8.
Yeah. I mean, 8's good. Always room for improvement, but, I think 8 is a top mark for not being perfect.
Indeed.
To me, anyway.
Well, then. Let's move on to the inside. The scariest part of them all.
Do the honors. I'm all weak.
Alright, this has already been opened. This is actually something I bought off of a friend.
But I haven't seen it, so this is genuine for me.
The prequel, I've actually held off on opening, so this will be 100% genuine. But the inside, I'll give you guys the first peek. I can't aim. Ooh, just from what I can see from the reflection.
Oh, it's good.
Granted, it's from Nintendo, so of course, they always make the most of, I think, just about everything that they can.
They do good stuff. Like Kid Icarus back on the
3DS.
Yeah, awesome.
Why couldn't more follow their lead?
You want to
tell them what's going on here?
Well, you guys got a good view, but it just looks like it's, I guess, a panoramic of gameplay, honestly. Like, it doesn't look like it's cinematic. It does look like it's kind of in-game. It's very cool. It's very cool. It takes up the whole thing. It's not bordered. There's not anything boring. I'm going to peek and look underneath that.
Naughty.
Oh, my heavens. And once again, I'm going to point out we have these little dragon crow. God, they really look like vultures. So there they are again.
Maybe they're Pokemon.
Gotta catch them all. Curio. But I like it.
Actually, here, let me judge a second before you. Well,
Yeah.
Let me take a
go
minute.
for it.
Chew on that. Friendo.
Yeah.
Well, granted, I definitely do appreciate that they actually put something on the inside rather than just wasting it with, a bunch of whitewash. Capcom! Payday! So many more! Which that was the reason why we created the channel, was to prevent such an outrage.
Atrocities.
While it is a great picture and there is great detail, to me it feels a little safe. It's not as cool as a map. It's not, a reversible cover. It's kind of just a plain picture. It's pretty to look at, but to me that's about all it really is.
That's where I'm stuck.
Yeah, I mean, like Bayonetta, you could flip the cover. That was kind of cool. Along with a handful of others. Which one had the map? I feel like that was Fire Emblem Warriors.
Most likely.
Yeah, that one had the map. That was really cool just to look and, find your favorite date spot. I don't know. But yes, but to me this feels safe. I mean, the colors are great. Of course, the detail matches the front cover. It is... The detail kind of carries it.
Something about curtains or drapes and... I don't know.
Calm yourself.
What's in this green potion?
I might have to give it like a 5 or 6, just for being too safe.
Oh, I know. Like, I want to give it a high score because it is doing something and it's taking up the whole thing. But then again, I don't know. There's no border. There's no... It lacks luster. The fact that it's there is amazing. Don't get me wrong. So I want to give it high notes for that, but also, it's very blasé.
What it does do gets high notes, but the overall...
That's it, and I think that's it right there. I think you helped me narrow it down. It does take up the whole thing. It is a nice shot. However, it's a nice shot versus like a work of art, such as an actual piece of art that is used for framing and working everything. This is almost like, not to call you boring, but people that just kind of like take a shot. It's like, oh, I got my friends in the center, and then everything is just blah. Whereas like a piece of art uses everything. No matter where you look, something is centered. Something is meant to be there. It's supposed to capture your attention, every aspect, every corner, every little thing. It's almost like it is just perfectly mathematically designed to be perfect. This is just very... And once again, I hate to say that because like the biggest thing that I dog on is the fact that there's nothing there. There's something here, and that is amazing, but I think 7 is generous and accurate. I think 7.
Like I said, I think I'll stick with a 5. It was a 6, but...
Yeah, I support it. I don't...
At least it's not just bare bone instructions like Mario Kart or Kirby. So, but for being too safe, 5.
A strong 5, though. A strong 5.
Strong like 4. Jaw. Alright, well, with no extras, that kind of concludes Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Bye! Moving on to your hot, sexy sister now.
Oh, hello. Toira, is that you? Torna, whatever. The blonde one.
You want me to lead this part since you kind of led all of the last one?
Please, I'm being all lushy over here. Just go for it.
Well, just like Xenoblade Chronicles 2, it is very detailed. It's actually... What I like is that they differentiated from the color scheme of the last one. This one looks a bit more, not as bright. It looks a bit more, I wouldn't say dull, but a bit more archaic maybe.
It's misty.
Yeah, it's very misty. I mean, which makes sense because it's a prequel. And from what I've studied from the internet, because I'm a scholar like that. I believe it takes place thousands of years before 2.
Oh, I was wondering what that was all about.
I don't know the timeline of all of them.
Sure.
So yeah, discounting 1, which I know little to nothing about. This is like, I believe, if not hundreds, then at least 1,000 years before 2. So yeah, I think the look actually works out quite well for it.
Yeah. I would say so, because what it reminds me of, honestly, like with just a lot of the white, the misty, and then like kind of black detailing, is marble. So if anything, I'm getting like this very Renaissance, this kind of like exotic path. I don't know about exotic, but like definitely historic looking. It does have that kind of not so modern, vivacious color going on. So it does portray that of in olden times.
So for that, yeah. I gotta give him a lot of credit for differentiating from original 2. I think that's
big. That's good.
That's pretty cool. Would I give it the same score? The detail is again masculine. Although you can't see blades of grass, you can see waves in the sand where they're standing. That's pretty cool. You know, I think I might just give it a 10, just like its older sibling. Sibling? I don't know.
Let's see. I gave the other one. Was it a 9?
No, you gave it a 10. We cheers to it.
I was gonna say
you were there. You were there.
This one is not getting such a high one. Nothing against it. It's good stuff.
Why do you hate him?
There is a lot going on though. Like it's a lot to drink in. Like if once again it's not as detailed, not as high graphics. They tried, because once again it does look like it's the same dragon flying up there at the top, but it's not as detailed like the other one. You could see everything, every shade, like it had in every crevice. It's a lot going on. There's even some kind of, it almost looks like a still, if not technological structure, and it's very ornate, but the thing is that it's also very small, so all this ornate small stuff is very kind of like I don't, once again, the characters are so small with not a whole lot of detail. Like, it's sad but true, but the dirt, the dust and the sand below them is more detailed than you can really kind of pinpoint on them. So, it's enough, it's kind of very chibi. It's not chibi art, but it's very chibi in the way of, it gives you enough detail to kind of differentiate who's what, but you're not making much out. They put a lot of detail in very small figurines, whereas the other one was kind of very blatant, big, detailed, big, detailed, big, detailed. You saw everything. This is cram as much in and make it still detailed, which is kind of confusing. So I would go with 7, maybe even 6, low 7.
Shnikes.
Yeah.
And that's our judgment. We're sticking to it.
Yep.
All right, the back here. Alrighty.
Crack.
Let's see here. Well, just like its predecessor, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, it does go over, you know, a little bit of what's going on in it. It's probably just about it. Well, it's probably just about the same. It's got great pictures. I don't know if those are bios or just general pictures of characters that appear in it. But in a sense, it's a mirror copy of it, because we have a glare in the screen here. Someday I'll buy a better camera. Anyway, we got the speak going on here, telling you about the game. We got great bio-ish pictures right here. Epic man with a sword. Thank you for copying Final Fantasy VII, by the way. And then, we're talking about the world, the battle, and we have that, what was it? The little triage of...
Oh, yeah.
That thing going on again. So, in a way, it's a mirror copy with just this game's pictures into it. So, they didn't really branch out and try anything new with it. And, well, it's not necessarily bad. Granted, it's, it's DLC for the game, so it makes sense to me. But, I'm gonna think. Your turn. Bye.
All right, so here's my thoughts on it. I have some thoughts on this. Is that they definitely use the same format as the other one, to a point, which this is not as intriguing. The other one, the profiles at the top were very much, here's the character, here's this. once again, this is going to the point of there's the character, but there's so much going on in the background. There's more details. There's part of a horse. There's more thing. Like, it's very distracted. So you can see where they wanted to go profiles on the top. I don't think they succeeded. It's lesser. There's more things in there, so you don't know what... It's more like clips of a scene. It's almost like a movie where it's the in-between clip, and it's not quite showing everything, but the storyline... I don't know. It's just not working out the top for me. It does have, once again, bold, kind of trying to get you that hook, and yet I find myself not interested. I can't even read it. Like, it's just, once again, there's a small castle, lots of background, lots of detail, and yet the text is going over that. I am lackluster. Huge detail over here. Once again, it's a bigger picture, but it's not really showing anything that I understand or care about because it's so small, yet that it has all this macro detail. And down here, it's just kind of two symbols, kind of comparing them. This is what we're looking at. We're looking at something that has lacking kind of detail at the top, where the other ones are they crammed in more characters and you get more detail of the characters. Just below that you have story hook. This one is above the sky, there's nothing distracting. This one you're having to overlook tiny details on a castle, and then even down here there is just less. I don't know. We're better than this. I want to say 4. It could be worse. It could be a lot better. 4.
I was going to be right there in that mid-range, about 5-ish. I can see what you're saying about the characters there. They don't pop, like on Xenoblade Chronicles 2. They kind of blend in with the background, which is a complaint we had with Monster Hunter. So yeah, you're kind of having to, maybe not strain, but, you know, dig for what you got here.
It's a lot of distraction.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the person's face, you're not seeing them. It's like this, somebody's holding their face, but it's almost like, once again, if you're like doing a movie reel, you just took a cut of the reel, and it's not really telling you a lot, nor is it showing you a specific thing.
Yeah.
It leaves you wondering what's going on. To me.
Yeah, I'd say 5. That's my personal 5.
You're generous.
All right. Shall we crack this sucker open?
Oh, yeah. Cut it!
Where's the lock right now when I need it?
You need a trained bird. Not a pet. Just bring it in when we do this.
Oh.
1 leaf. Yes. Oh.
All right.
Children.
Here we go. All right. As usual, you beautiful gamers get the first. Ah! Okay.
Oh.
So. All right. So. All right. Oh. Okay. A little insert here. I'm gonna ignore that for now, so we can focus on this. All right. Well, they went the same route with Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So what they did is they took that epic sword guy who I rather admired on the back, and they kind of gave him his own picture. It's a pretty epic picture. I really like it though. But along the same lines as Xenoblade Chronicles 2, it's very safe. They're not doing too much, honestly. With this little insert, I thought it was a reversible flip, flip cover.
Yeah. Yeah, I did too.
Jeez. You know, I like it a lot. It is detailed. The colors, it's a little drab, but I think that I'm kind of getting the picture that that's the point of the game is it's a different era.
It's very muted in the color. It's like very muted.
But yeah, not a lot to say. What it does do, it does well. So, I'm probably going to give it a... I don't know, it's so safe. It's so safe! Probably going to give it a 4, although I'm leaning towards... Yes, it is very epic. That's what I like about that one versus number 2, which was what? Kind of calming, kind of... Yeah, it's very laid back. They're in a grass field. They're enjoying the day.
Like I said, it's kind of a panoramic of like gameplay.
Yeah.
It's nice, but I mean...
So, honestly, I think I like this one better, but...
I think so too.
However, due to the fact that they just kind of took the same idea which still makes sense, but it's so safe. It's safe on both levels, so it's just a picture, and they copied from the last one. They're double safe. No. No.
It looks better if you peek behind the thing. There's a little, like, you can see the detail. But once again, the thing that I'm seeing a lot with this is that they take these grandiose views. Like, this should be very amazing. And it is if you look down beneath it. Like, once again, the details are just exquisite. But, I mean, look how small that is. Unless you're pressing your eyeball against it. This would be an amazing poster. But...
oh, my God, yes.
But it's just, like, you've got to get so close just to see what's going on. I don't know. So it's good artwork. It's a shame that it's just, I don't know, it feels like it's being wasted. Because it is. So I give the inside about a 4. The artwork is amazing. It's nothing against the artwork. It's just that, sadly, I don't think they did the artist well. So, a 4.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. It's like you said, a poster, though. Like, had they went just, one step further, like, in the Gauntlet reveal, they did include a poster. And it was, extras, what is this? What are we doing here? It's a download code for... oh, hey. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 takes place 500 years after the events of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, this thing. This
the
guy.
first one. You know, the good one.
So, yes. Here they are, download codes and how to go about downloading it. So...
fascinating.
meh, I don't. I mean, it's nice that they included it, but for it to be a true extra, meh.
Meh. It's not an extra.
No. All right.
How'd that come out of my mouth?
Final thoughts.
If it was up to the art alone, I'd be really fascinated playing it. Due to just like the Wii U version of it, I'm very interested in playing it. And I think it was the first one of the, other than Breath of the Wild, one of the first RPGs for the Switch.
Yeah, they had a couple minor ones like I Am Setsuna, but...
did that come out beforehand?
It was a port though. It wasn't original. So, yeah, RPG-wise, Breath of the Wild, this... yeah... It was before everybody knew that the Switch was amazing.
I know. All these excuses to not be on it.
But as far as my personal thoughts go, detail is great. I love the artwork on how they're different on both of them on the front. The first Xenoblade Chronicles 2, God, that's confusing, it's brighter. They do a lot with it. Like I said, they have similar colors, but there is no mistaking what is what on this cover. It is, in fact, just one more. There you go. Mwah, it's just beautiful.
Feast.
Yes.
Gorge your eyeballs.
Similar colors, but yes, you know what's going on here. It's sexy. You want it. You'll buy it. Where am I?
You're nowhere.
But yes, artwork. I love them both. I think artwork is great. And there's nothing wrong with the inside per se, other than being safe and, kind of copies of each other. The backs, had they not been direct copies, they would have been a little bit higher. It's like Nintendo just didn't want to take any risks. They kind of took their format, pasted it on the prequel here, Torna, the Golden Age.
See, that one just seems so contrary. All these amazing details, but so small that you can't really, like... they didn't commit to something. It's like they wanted both in a very strange fashion that did not work.
Yeah. So yeah, my final thoughts, great art, amazing detail.
Yeah, the art is amazing.
They did better with 2, and the prequel is of no fault by no means. Just too safe.
Yeah, I agree.
This is not to be confused with the fact that I don't like safe words or something, because that has nothing to do with anything. I mean, I'm just going off the word safe. I'm just saying a lot in this video, and whenever I say
I'm a
safe,
lifeguard.
Ha ha! But yes, that's my final thoughts. Anything to add?
Nothing.
Well then, I think that about wraps it up then.
It does.
Ah, yes. Well then, yes, thank you for checking us out. We are the Switch Lord Council, and it was fun doing a double judgment to kick off the old new year here of 2019. We have many great ideas for the future of the channel. In fact, there might even be a video on that as well.
Coming soon.
So we are the Switchlord Council, and we will judge you next time. Wait, do your arm thingy. There it is. He does it every time. He does it every time. He does it every time.